If you've been dreaming about that perfect Florida home with a palm tree swaying in your backyard, here's something to consider that might not be on your radar: insurance premiums. They're not just creeping up, they're skyrocketing. Some folks here are seeing their rates double or even triple in some cases. So let's dig into this. For those who've called Florida home for years or even decades, this is like a splash of cold water. And if you're thinking of moving here, this is something you'll definitely want to factor in. So many people dream of that waterfront home in Florida, but lately, that dream comes with a hefty price tag. And one of those reasons? Rising insurance rates. So what's the deal? Well, it's a mix of different things. We've got hurricanes and floods, and then there's some unique insurance stuff going on in Florida that's bumping up prices. Whatever the reason, if you're looking to buy a home here, it's something you'll need to consider. The whole situation is stirring things up in our housing market. Florida has always been a top spot for folks looking to settle down. Beautiful beaches, great communities, and usually a good deal on living costs. But now these high insurance rates are making people think twice. So before diving into that Florida home purchase, make sure you're getting a quote that won't blow your flip-flops off. Florida's charm is irresistible, no doubt, but in today's insurance climate, a bit of homework and a heads up can go a long way. Along with skyrocketing insurance rates in Florida, there's another issue that's been bothering homeowners. Have you ever filed a claim expecting a quick resolution, only to find yourself caught in an endless loop of waiting? Sadly, that's becoming a bit more of a trend here in Florida. Many homeowners, after facing the already surprisingly high insurance price hikes, are finding themselves in another battle: getting their claim settled. Imagine having damage to your house and filing a claim, only to wait what feels like forever just to get the lowest possible settlement. It's frustrating and adds insult to injury. Some have waited 9 months or more. That's a long time to be in limbo, especially when you're paying premium prices. I'm not saying all insurance companies are dragging their feet, but this delay is becoming more noticeable. It's not only stressful, but can also hinder homeowners' plans to repair or even sell their properties. What about added costs? Here in Florida, the basic homeowner's insurance doesn't always cover everything. We've got hurricanes, strong winds, hail, and flooding, all significant concerns. But did you realize that these aren't always included with your standard policy? That's right, some of these are added costs. So if you're considering purchasing a home in our state, which ranks #1 for hurricanes, you have to anticipate these extra fees on top of the regular homeowner's insurance. These costs can really mount up, making insurance much pricier than that of other areas that are less disaster prone. You might be surprised to know that 79% of all the nation's homeowner insurance lawsuits come from Florida. Why is that? Well, just last year, Florida's hurricane season was kind of brutal, with 14 named tropical storms, and out of those, 8 became hurricanes. Hurricanes Nicole and Fiona wreaked havoc throughout much of the state, and it's not just the coastal areas at risk. These things impact the entirety of Florida. This has resulted in an unprecedented number of claims, disputes, and inevitably lawsuits. As of now, 14 major insurance companies have decided to completely pull out of Florida, and on top of that, 7 others have gone bankrupt or insolvent. This has so many homeowners scrambling to find reliable coverage. For many, that means turning to Citizens Insurance, known as Florida's insurance of last resort. While having some insurance is better than none at all, the number of complaints surrounding Citizens has been on the rise. The average homeowner's premium in Florida shot up by a whopping 20% in just 1 year, from 2022 to 2023. That was the average, so there were many folks whose costs increased much more than that. So what's fueling this big rise? First, the value of homes has surged, meaning that if disaster strikes, the cost of rebuilding is significantly higher than before. Second, there's been a notable increase in the cost of building materials and labor, pushing those premiums up even further. But despite rising insurance premiums, HOA fees skyrocketing at some places, and property taxes going up, we still had 319,000 people move to Florida last year. But some residents that have been here for a while are now relocating to areas with lower costs. The bottom line, if you're a homeowner in Florida or looking to buy, the increasing premiums are a serious thing to consider. Always factor in these potential hikes when budgeting for your home expenses, and explore all of your insurance options diligently. Knowledge is power, and being informed just might save you a pretty penny in the long run.